What were your favorite toys as a child? I would like you to reflect on that. If you can put it in the chat, I will check it later. Think about it. What did you like? Did you like sports? Did you like action figures, dolls, maybe video games? What entertained you when you were a child? Okay, I can see some entries in the chat. Good. People are mentioning books. That's great. To find books as a way to entertain yourself as a kid. Toys, that's great. Some people say even musical instruments, music paraphernalia, that's great, right? They are not toys themselves, but they entertain children. But, okay, so let me talk to you a little bit about myself, okay? What was my favorite toy when I was a child? Well, when I was a child, I loved comic books and superheroes, which are all the rage now, right? My favorite one is a little bit of a nerd, a little bit of a square, but his name is Cyclops from the X-Men. He's my favorite X-person. Okay, and what was my favorite toy as a child from Cyclops? It was an action figure. I don't have it anymore, but I'm going to represent it with that figurine, which is this figurine. Okay, so my Cyclops figurine was my favorite toy when I was younger, way young, a child. Okay, so how did I play with this figurine? Well, I used to do lots of things with my figurine of Cyclops. For example, I used to put it on top of things. For example, I used to put Cyclops on top of boxes, right? I used to put my Cyclops figurine on top of boxes. So it was more dramatic to play with, right? Other times I used to put the Cyclops figurine next to my other toys. Especially next to my other action figures. So he could be like in a group because Cyclops is a superhero who works in a group, right? Some other times I used to get together with my friends and we used to play my action figure against theirs. So we put them across one another. So across from other toys. Right? How else can you play with your toys? How else did I play with my toys? Sorry, I am not typing the best today. Okay, that's better. I also used to love to pretend that Cyclops was protecting others. So he was in front of innocents, right? To protect those innocents. He was in front of them to fight, since he was a long distance attacker with his beams. He could be behind a wall, for example, for him to be protected against the enemy. But sometimes he didn't always win. So sometimes he had to be beaten and he ended up under, for example, some debris. Under some debris. Right? Now, look at all the situations in which Cyclops has been on top of boxes, across from other toys, next to other toys, in front of innocents, behind walls, under debris. All of these are positions or the idea of movement. These are called prepositions of place and movement. They are called prepositions because they let you know where Cyclops was at a certain moment or how he was moving. For example, Cyclops was on the boxes. So the word on is a preposition. It means like this. So this is Cyclops on the boxes. Or next to, meaning next to is this. Well, it's not there, but it means to the side, right? Across from would be like going through, across from, right? Another one, good one, is in front of, which would be like this. In front of. So this would be Cyclops. Or under, something like this. Under, it's here, under or below. So this is Cyclops, he's under this box. Or behind, which would be like this. Right? This is Cyclops, and he's behind the box. Okay? So all of those are prepositions of move. Very easy to understand, very easy to use. Now, what I would like you to do is to practice a little bit. So, look for a pair and work like this. You're going to, first of all, watch the video tutorial. This is a very short tutorial about an application called Jamboard. It is the thing I am using to present the class, right? So, step 1, watch the tutorial. Step 2, use Jamboard to present your favorite childhood toys and how would you play with them with your pair. So, person 1 has one toy, person 2 has another toy. How would you play with them? To express your ideas, use prepositions of place and movement. For example, I put Cyclops under the other toys. And there you can see it, right? When you have your ideas, put them in Jamboard. I'm going to pass you the link using the chat, okay? So for now, get in pairs, come up with your ideas, and then you'll send them in Jamboard in just a few minutes, okay? Okay, so after you have seen the tutorial, now work with your pair. Let's check your work. So I hope you put all your work in the link I gave you, the Jamboard link. Perfect. So this work is from Martin and Emma. Martin's favorite toy is a Rudolph teddy bear, while Emma's is her book of the Lord of the Rings. Not exactly a toy, but something that brought her joy when she was a child, which is good enough, right? So here they joined their pictures and expressed their ideas. Rudolph is next to the Lord of the Rings book. That is correct. One to the side of the other, next to. Now, the teddy is in front of the book. That is also true. Very good job. And now, look at, that is very creative. I like that. They put the book on the side and the teddy on top of it. So now the teddy is on top of the book, on the book. Good. You use this tool very creative. Nice.